I've been driving all my life since I was about 20 years old. So driving, doing different things. Had a catering company, courier companies. I came to Expedite around 2006. I was here. How did I get into it? Well, I started working for a local company in Hamilton, and they did stuff around southern Ontario, but they did have runs going down to South Carolina, Chicago, whatever. But then we delivered and had to come back in, and that was just part of it. I didn't know about Expedite. Then I've seen cargo vans parked in the TA, flying J's and whatever, and the first place I went to for Expedite was Dynamis. And so, and then I jumped around from there to there, here to there. So I got hooked on the driving. Love to drive.
And when you did Expedite, what was your main lanes? Would it be Canada to Canada, between different provinces, or trans-border, like between Canada and US?
Between Canada and US, not too much going on Canada to Canada. I used to be on the East Coast a bit. But my main lane was probably going down to the hot areas, down towards Nashville, Memphis, Alabama, Atlanta. That was the main lane. Chicago, Kansas City. That's where all the action is. Ohio, right around there.
And did you have issues coming back, like getting the load back? I mean, how long it would normally take you to get back, or did you have to go empty sometimes?
Actually, being from Canada, I would probably do 2 loads, a load down and a load back. Sometimes I'd have to wait 2 or 3 days in truck stop to get a load back, but the loads would pay like $1,200, $1,300. You get paid $1,700 to go down. So that'd be your week. But think about, I could not, if I'm down Laredo, I could not take a load come back to Cincinnati. Because being a Canadian, I had to get a load come back to Canada. So that was the only the issue. Yeah.
If you would have to choose one best thing and one of the worst things about the industry, what would you say it is?
The best thing probably is freedom. You get out in the road and you don't have a worry in the world. It's just the freedom to pull over and grab a coffee anytime, a bite to eat. You want to pull over for an hour and a half, you can. I think the best thing is after driving a long time, 11, 12 hours, then you finally drop that load, and then it's done. And you're so tired, crawling back in the back and just sleeping. That's one of the best things going.
I hear you.
Yeah.
What about the worst you think about this business?
The weather. Basically tornadoes. Me being from Canada, it's snow, but we grew up with snow, but tornadoes are scary. And construction can really hold you up in the middle of the night when you're flying down there, having a great time. Got a coffee in your hand, listen to the music, then all of a sudden you see a big stop sign up there, road closed. And you're someplace in the middle of Kentucky, someplace, and you have no idea, because the navigator will not take you where you want, and it tries to take you back. So, yeah, that's some of the tough times. But they need it there. They don't understand. They want it there. So, you got to work around it.
What was your craziest or the best day in Expedite?
I don't know. I had a lot of good days. The craziest days I just can't remember. I had a lot of rotten days, but probably the best day, I got a load going down to Las Vegas, and I got paid pretty good down there, and it's hard to get my load out of Vegas. So I stayed in Vegas for like 2-3 days. Got a hotel of $39.95, those casinos there, and strolled down and drink free.
It's hard to resist.
Stayed there for 2.5 days. Dispatch finally got a hold of me. Are you coming back? Yeah. So,
If it would be one message that you would want to pass to new drivers, what would it be?
You gotta really check into the business. I advise you to drive for a company first, to drive for somebody. Don't just jump in there and buy a van, buy a cargo van, get your MC, DOT. You're gonna lose your shirt. I know you're excited to get in, but just go drive for somebody. There's a lot of people look for drivers. Drive for a big company, and see if you like it. You know, it sounds great. Some people don't like driving a lot. You're gonna be driving a lot. You're gonna be driving 11 hours every day, 12 hours, 13 hours every day. You might drive more. You might get 6 hours sleep at night, and it's hard on you. You know, so.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, I'm 66, so you know, I don't know. I enjoy driving. I could drive. I may dispatch, may offer my services to a few drivers. You know, it's I see a lot of companies out there. They're doing it wrong. They're doing the dispatching wrong. The dispatchers out there, they're hungry. They don't care. They want you in there. They want you to work for them, whatever. Even if it stinks, even if the rates are down and there's no loads going, there's always people going to tell you to come on in, because they want you. They want to get loads for you, make money. That's how they make money. So you got to watch it. You got to remember, you're especially down in the U.S. When you leave the house, you might not be back for 2 months. Do you have a girlfriend there? Do you have a wife? Do you have kids? You're gonna miss them. Is it really worth it? If you're single and you love to be out, you love to live on the road, that's great. But you got to think about it. This is going to change your whole life. And the money is not bad. Sometimes it can be great, but a lot of people fail at this. A lot of people are out. So think about it before you make that switch.
Thank you so much for meeting me on such a short notice.
Oh, no
Can you
problem.
believe that? What are the
Yes.
chances? I
No
so
problem.
appreciate your
Yeah.
time.
Thank you.